everyone? Welcome back to the Fitness Business Podcast. Jordan here. Hope you're having a great week. What I'm going to share with you today are basically all the tools, the apps, and the software that we use in our business, a business that currently generates between $700,000, $800,000 per month, and also the tools that we used in our health and fitness coaching business and the tools, apps, and software that I would recommend for you if you are, let's say, just getting started in your business or you're trying to scale it to multiple six, even seven figures. A lot of the systems that you'll want to have now will apply for later. So I'm going to break each of these things down and let you know like when you need this, what it's like, what purpose it serves. I'm going to give you like the top essential 10, and then I'm going to share with you like a bunch of other bonus ones that I use. And I'll just give you some context on like what it does and if you should or should not be using. So ultimately the purpose of this is, a business needs to have good systems. And we live in such a tech enabled world that there are so many great apps and softwares and tools for you to use, but there are just so many options as well. So, we've tested in our business so many. So if you listen to this and you apply what I share, like this will save you just a lot of time, confusion, wasted money, and trying to figure out the best tech stack for you. So let's just jump in. So the first thing I'll share is Trainerize. So this applies for you if you do have a health and fitness coaching business specific. So this was the same delivery platform that we used in our business, that we grew that to 120 to 150K per month and we sold it. So I don't use this currently in our business, but we did for years. And in my opinion, it's the best app and software that there is. None of them are perfect. There's so many new ones that are popping up and you're being sold these new ones all the time. For me, when it comes to software, I tend to want to trust the company that's been around the longest, because the longer they've been around, the more bugs and kinks they've probably worked out. And it's funny because every new software kind of throws stones at like, hey, this is better than Trainerize. And there's a reason for that. It's because they're the biggest. And for me, I don't want to trust like a new thing. I want to trust the most proven thing. So, Trainerize allows you to track and deliver programs. I mean, there's a whole list of things. It allows you to do in-app meal and photo libraries, set nutrition goals, individual workouts with workout videos, and even track their progression. You can add meal plan PDFs, assign nutrition habits, set your client goals, like their nutrition compliant goals. You can view their weekly calorie, macro, weight graphs. You can track their meals in MyFitnessPal, etc. But what we do inside of IFCA is we actually we have a partnership with Trainerize. So we give our students a done for you solution around this that already has programs built, nutrition tracking systems, client resources, and tools that essentially allows our students to save tons of time in downloading the software and then having to build it all out themselves. That takes a long time. And because it kind of comes like bare bones, right? You got to build all of these programs. We just deliver all that for our students. So it saves a lot of time, and they get things like smart meal plans, like AI powered meal plans, like smart meal swapping options, custom food and meals. Soon they're going to be rolling out like customized paths for nutrition clients, onboarding paths, even meal planning templates, and even shopping lists to where it integrates with click lists and allows you to order your clients' groceries. So, I share all that because I think it's the best platform. It's the one that's growing. It's the one that has the biggest R&D team. And for me, it's probably the best. All right. So number 2, Metricool. This one's really cool. It's an all-in-one social media management system, and it's pretty cheap. I think it's like $30 a month. But basically, this is the tool that our content team uses to schedule, repurpose, post between 60 and 80 pieces of content per week. So this allows us to manage, 5 Instagram accounts, a YouTube, 2 Facebook profiles, 2 Facebook pages, Twitter, Threads, LinkedIn, a free Facebook community, etc. And it just really allows you to optimize and post and save a lot of time and track results. Like you can see what's working and what's not. So the third thing is School. So School is where the majority of our clients get coaching. Now, we used to use Facebook groups and Kajabi, but we've since transitioned to School because it's kind of all in one. All of our courses, call recordings, there's a chat feature. It also kind of gamifies the community and gives people rewards and bonus points. And basically you can track engagement to see who's the most engaged client, and it kind of gamifies it to incentivize more engagement in the community. In my opinion, Facebook groups are kind of dying for client communities. They still have their place for lead gen, but School, I think, is a great platform for your client communities. Okay, number 5, Asana. So this is where we assign projects and tasks to team members, as well as track our students and their progress. So this is all in one place where we can have all of our student profiles, their notes, their check-ins, progress updates, milestones, call recordings. And this allows our entire team to collaborate on client accounts. We have different experts and specialists that come into the client account to troubleshoot, to solve problems. And even me as the CEO, I can pop in at any given time if I know a student is maybe struggling and see all the details of the student, right? So it allows you to also set up recurring tasks for onboarding, triggering different things like birthdays, welcome gifts. It allows you to kind of automate and assign team members who would be responsible for those things. So it really streamlines not only onboarding, but if you have a team and you're trying to manage projects and tasks, it's definitely the best solution that we found for that. So Asana, if you have a team, if you're managing more than, I would say like 20, 30 clients, would probably use Asana. Okay, even if you just have a VA. School, once you're building a bigger community, you have more clients, I think School can be useful. Just getting started, I think just Trainerize is fine. But as your business grows, I think School can be a great platform. Metricool, I would use Metricool no matter what to manage multiple social media accounts. And obviously Trainerize, if you're a coach, you need that no matter what. Now, Zapier Zapier is an automation tool. So it essentially gives you thousands of pre-built connections to send data, trigger things between different apps and softwares. For example, you can set up an automation that like once a client pays in Wave, we use Wave or Stripe for payments, either one, it triggers an onboarding email. Then it triggers their contract, their onboarding form, and all of these different things to kind of automate different processes. In your business, you want to try to figure out, what you can automate, and then anything you can't automate, you should delegate to a person. So Zapier creates a lot of efficient automations. 6, this is Hyros. So Hyros is really only for you if you are spending a lot on paid advertising. I would say if you're spending more than $20,000 a month, you should have Hyros. Okay, Hyros allows you to track exactly where your prospects are coming from, like what ad did they click, what piece of content did they consume, what emails did they open, and it allows you to essentially run reports and figure out, okay, what's working and what's not. Because if something's not working, don't keep doing it. If something is working, you need to do more of that. Oh, I see that this ad is working really well, and this podcast is really resonating, and people are clicking this style of email and booking calls. So it allows you to like optimize for that. All right. The next one is Slack. Slack is essential if you have team members. Okay, it's where our team communicates, as well as some of our high-level mastermind students. Okay, so we have different channels in Slack to organize different levels of communication, like leadership, sales, marketing, etc. Even in our client community in Slack for our high-level mastermind students, there are different channels broken out, so they know where to go to what channel to get support. And then we have all of our experts on our team supporting those channels. So I would say it's a must-have if you have employees, for sure. And if you have clients who are more, let's say, busy working professionals and they're used to using Slack, it's a really great tool for that. But if they're not already using Slack for their professional lives, at least the majority of your clients, it could be a tough one to get them to learn and adapt. The next one is really critical. So this is your marketing software and your CRM, which is a customer relationship manager. If you're not tracking your leads and you're not using like landing pages, email, SMS, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. Maybe not when you're first getting started, but after you have like 10 clients or so, and you start to, want to expand your business, you definitely need to have a way to capture emails and SMS, build landing pages, track all of your leads in one place, message them in terms of social media, text, email, all from one place. Okay, so we use HubSpot in our business, but frankly, it's very expensive. I mean, we spend something between $3,000 and $5,000 a month for HubSpot. If I would have known about Go High Level earlier, we probably would have used that. I like Go High Level because what we've done is we've built basically a done for you system. So a white label system where we built all the landing pages you need, the CRM pipelines, the SMS text, the emails, the automations, everything is already pre-built. So when our students come in, we just give them all of their software in one place. Okay, so it takes care and replaces things like Typeform, Kajabi, SMS, Kartra, ActiveCampaign, Linktree, Google Forms. Everything lives in one place. So you can see you can track everything in one place. So you have a CRM to track your leads, okay, and your sales. You have landing pages to give value with lead magnets and collect emails and phone numbers. You have email automations, SMS, even DM automations. So we have triggers set up where if you run an ad or make a post that says DM me keyword, we have these automations that auto respond. We have a calendar booking system built in, intake forms, even lead forms, etc. The way we do this in IFCA is our students get this for free when they join. And then if they ever leave IFCA, it's just $100 a month. But the tech stack they get, it would cost anywhere between $500 and $1,000 a month if you tried piecing all the things that our software does in one place. All right, so it saves them a lot of money. So those are the essentials, but I want to run through just some bonus apps that if you're not using, maybe you should, maybe you shouldn't. All right, number one, Zoom. Obviously, if you're taking sales calls, client calls, there's so much communication that can be lost over just a phone call. So you should be using Zoom. Okay. Zoom is a video conferencing center. It's the best that I found. Okay, number two, Google Drive. This is probably obvious as well, but Google Drive is where you should organize all of your SOPs, your resources, your docs, etc. And it's just a nice organized place to keep everything on the cloud. Next is Typeform. Now, if you don't have a software, like I mentioned, our Go High Level, or we call it our Impact AI system, then Typeform's great for surveys and most importantly, lead forms. So when somebody wants to apply for your coaching, the reason we like Typeform, and we set this up in our software to be this way as well, but rather than using like a Google form where people can just skim and look at all of your application questions, you want something that is interactive where they answer one question at a time. You'll get much higher completion rates, therefore more applications by using a system like this. The next one is Libsyn. Libsyn is what we use for our podcast. So if you have a podcast, Libsyn is like basically what manages all the podcasts. You upload it there, it publishes to, iTunes, Spotify, all these different places, allows you to track stats, reports. Grammarly and Hemingway. So this is for copy, for writing. So I love Grammarly and Hemingway. Grammarly, you basically just copy paste your content into it and it helps you with, better grammar, readability, spelling errors. It's really, really good. And Hemingway allows you to upload a piece of copy and it tells you what grade level something is at. So when you're making marketing content, you want to be at like a 3rd or 4th grade level and below. So it allows you to upload your copy and it's like, hey, you need to dumb this down. Okay. And it gives you suggestions. The next one is it's called IG Line Break Caption Generator. You can just Google that. And it's essentially just a place you can copy your captions for social media and it gives you those line breaks you're looking for automatically. So that's useful because you need to break up your copy in your text. People usually don't read long paragraphs. The next one I like is frame.io. So if you're making video content and you're working with editors, this allows you to upload your video into one place, and then you can go through and add comments on like specific timestamps to give feedback on those videos. So it's like, hey, 6 seconds in, you click it, you add a comment, and you're like, hey, I want to put this in here or adjust this. It allows for really seamless feedback for video editing. The next one is ChatGPT. If you're not using ChatGPT, you should be. It's like your personal assistant for everything. I'm not going to go down a deep rabbit hole here, but ChatGPT is a game changer for, man, so many things. Next is something to do like for me, I like drawing on a whiteboard, like a digital whiteboard. So I use the Vibe Board app on my iPad, and then I just have an Apple Pencil, and I can share that on my screen. So when I'm trying to like present or create content or even do sales calls, I can like write stuff out and draw stuff visually. The next is BGTV. This is a teleprompter app. So if you're filming ads, even content, and you want to have some like scripting so you don't fuck up what you're going to say, BGTV is a great iPhone teleprompter app. Next, this is if you have team members or even if you feel like you need help with time management. It's called Toggle. Toggle essentially tracks everything you're doing on a day-to-day basis and gives you reports like, hey, here's what you're spending your time on. So you can look at that for yourself and be like, damn, I need to like spend less time doing this, more time doing that. But it's great for employees too, because you can track like, hey, what are they actually doing? The last couple are the Notes app. I just love the Notes app. Like it's where I keep my power list, my ideas, my content ideas. I just keep it right in Notes. I also use Miro. So Miro is a flowchart tool. So if you're a little bit more advanced, you want to create flowcharts for, SOPs, client onboarding journeys, marketing materials. It's a great way to create flowcharts. Last two, vacation tracker. This is if you have team members, they can submit to put in vacation time. All right. And it kind of tracks how many vacation days they've taken, et cetera. And it allows you to have like an approval process for time off. And the final one is called LastPass. LastPass is great also if you have teams because it allows you to basically upload all of your logins in one place and then just share a temporary login with a team member. So that way, if a team member ever leaves, you don't have to go like changing all your passwords. You just literally go in and revoke the specific access to that team member. All right. So that's it. I know this is like a big laundry list. Hopefully you found this useful. You might have to go back and slow this down and decide which ones you want to use in your business, which ones you don't need. But yeah, if you have any questions on these, feel free to, shoot me a message on Instagram. This is the full list. You can also shoot me a message and I'll just send you the list if you want. And yeah, hopefully you found this useful. Anyways, I will see you on the next episode.